Hello and welcome to another video from Hashcode Life in the series of Python from scratch to advanced. So in the previous video I have shown you the basic programming, like the basic how to write the comments and how to print a hello world problem in Python. So in this video we are going to start with the data types and variables, right? So in any programming language, data types and variables are the most important prospects, and we need to have a good knowledge regarding any language's data types and variables, right? So Python is a very fantastic language in the sense it automatically understands what data type the variable actually stores. Okay, what type of data actually the variable stores, it automatically understands. For example, in if you know about C or Java, you know that we have to mention the data type of the variable, like we have to mention int a, or we have to mention string s. Okay, then only we could define, or we could store string variable in s, or string data in s, right? If we mention int a equals to 10, what does it mean? Suppose I'm writing int a equals to 10. In Java we need to write it, right? In Java we need to write it, or in C also we need to write it. We need to mention this int, right? We need to mention it so that the compiler or the understands that actually a is a variable of integer type which stores the value 10, right? If we declare variable a as integer type, we cannot define here string. We cannot write here as, suppose my name Partho, right? We cannot define it. It's wrong. Okay, it's wrong. It's syntactically wrong. Now, Python is a very fantastic programming language which automatically understands the type of data a variable stores. Okay, we don't have to mention any of the data types like integer, float, double, or string. Doesn't have to mention to the Python, right? We doesn't have to mention it. We can write it normally, right? We can write a equals to 10. It understands that a is an integer type variable. Suppose if I write a equals to Python, it is also valid. Okay, the Python like compiler understands that a is a variable which stores a string. So a is a string type variable, right? So it's the main utilization of Python, right? Now, I want to show you one thing. I want to show you, like, suppose I have written a equals to 10, right? Suppose I have written a equals to 10. So, if I need to typecast it, what we have to do? Now, if you don't know what is the meaning of typecasting, let me show you. Let me come to the notes, right? Okay. Python is, as I said, Python is a fantastic language that automatically identifies the type of data for us. Suppose a equals to 71. So it understands that a stores an integer type variable. A is an integer type variable which stores integer type data. Now, b equals to 88.44, right? So the compiler understands that b is a float type because it stores the decimal, and name equals to, suppose it's written Harry, right? So it automatically understands that the name Harry actually is stored in name, which is a string type variable, right? It's a string type variable. Now, we can typecast it. How to typecast? Typecast means changing the type of data from one data type to another. Okay, changing the data type from one to the other, right? Suppose there is 31. If I write str31, then it gets converted to string. Okay, and if I make the like 32 is a string type data. Okay, it is enclosed in double quotes. You can understand it is a string type data. Now I want to typecast it into the integer type. How I have to do? I have to write simple int in the bracket the string value, right? I can also make 32 as the float value. I need to write float inside the bracket. I need to pass the data, right? So this is actually one of the format of typecasting. So I hope you understand typecasting. Typecasting simple means it is changing the data type from one form to the other, right? Now, let me show you one example. Suppose a equals to 10, right? And b equals to 20, right? Okay. Now, I want to print the sum of the two values. I need to print the sum of the two values, right? If I do it normally, let's see what happens. Suppose I write print a plus b. Let's see what happens. Let me save it, run code. See, it print 1020. Why does it print 1020? Because whenever I write plus and a equals to within double quotes 10 and b equals to within double quotes 20, right? So it means that both are string type. And whenever I write plus in between two strings, it means the strings are concatenated or joined, right? So the two strings are joined. See, 10 and 20. Okay, but I need to find the sum, right? My requirement is to find the sum. How can I find it? I will be finding it using this. Let's see, let's make experiments. Okay, let's make experiment. If it doesn't run, then we'll go for another, right? Let's see what happens. If I write this, would it run? Would it run? Let's see. Okay, still it doesn't run. It doesn't make 1020 because I cannot do this. I can't do this, right? What I can do, if I do this, if I do this, then will it run? If I do this, will it run or not? Let's see, will it run or not? Okay, so it's fun, right? It's fun. You just make experiments, you just do it by yourself, and Python is very easy to code. As I said, Python is very easy to code. Let's see whether it runs or not. Yes, it came 30, right? It came 30. So we need to change the data type of the variables individually, right? If I change when I'm printing the values, if I change that time, then it will not run. It will not take. Okay, so I have to change it individually, and then I have to print the addition, right? So this is the thing. Now, how to take the input from the user? How to take the input from the user, right? A equal C equals to the format of taking the input from the user. See, suppose, oh, okay, fine. Let's make it over here. Let's make it over. Suppose I want to take the values A and B from the user, right? What I will write? I will write int input, enter the number, enter the first number, right? I'll do this, right? I'll also do this int. Let's make changes over here. Let's copy it and paste it. Okay. Enter the second number. Let's make it enter the second number. Okay. Okay, what it did, like, okay, fine. Okay. Now, there is another error, like int. Okay. Fine. Okay, okay. There will be a bracket, right? Yes, it's good. It's good to do. Okay. Okay. So let's run the code. Okay, fine. Let's save it first. Okay, run without debugging. Let's run it. Okay. So enter the first number. See? So let's enter it 45. Enter the second number 45. It's 90, right? So you're good to go. So it's all done. Okay, so you have understood how to take the input in Python. Okay, and you may ask why I used int. Okay, int is used to typecast the input into integer type since we are doing integer arithmetic addition, right? So we need to make the input values A and B into integer type because Python by default takes the input in string type. Okay, remember this thing, Python always take the input in the string type. Fine. Okay, do access the notes. Okay, do access the notes. Notes are very important. Okay, notes are very important. So I have explained you all those things. Please revise it using these notes. All these things are handwritten, and at the end of the note you will find a practice set. Okay, practice set on the basic Python programming. Okay, so please practice those. Okay, I have given you the questions. I will make a video in the upcoming video. I will solve the practice set. Okay, I'll solve each and every questions. I will say you how to solve it, but before that please practice this question. These questions are given. Okay, fine. And do join our Telegram channel, Telegram group, so because in there you will get lot of free internship updates, like how to get your internships, a lot of off-campusing job offers, everything you will find it. So please join it, join the Telegram group. I will give each and every notes, each and every materials in that. Okay, fine. Thanks a lot. Please subscribe the channel, share it among your friends, and stay with us. You will get a lot of exciting courses. Thank you. And obviously the drive link is in the description. Okay, the notes materials. Okay, thank you.